Right, I'm Glenn Cummins here with UBEO. I'm our National Wide Format Technical Director. That's a very fancy way of me saying I've got a ton of experience with wide format design and wide format printing. Today, we're going to tackle spot colors in Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to help you guys understand what a spot color is, how I use spot colors, and then how I save spot colors so I can repeatedly use them. All right, so step one. What is a spot color? Think of it as a predetermined action. That action is most commonly a mix of CMYK or RGB on how to make a color. For example, a Pantone is a predetermined mix. Okay? Or alternatively, the action could be, hey, when you see this spot color, don't print it, send it over to my cutter so we can cut it. That's the idea. That's the action. Now, that's a very quick explanation as to what a spot color is. How do I use it? I use it, generally speaking, I use spot colors in three ways. The most common way for me is a print and cut action, meaning I'm going to make something like a sticker. I'm going to print it on my HP Latex printer or my Canon Colorado, and I'm going to cut it on my Graphtec FC9000 or my HP Latex Plus cutter. It's a very simple action for me. The other ways I use it is telling my white ink where to go. So I use a specialty spot color called white with a capital W, and I can tell it where I want the white ink to appear. And again, the final action I most commonly use it for will be gloss ink. Much like my white ink, I'm going to tell it where I want that spot gloss to appear, often with UV printers to help build a texture, or with my Canon Colorado or my UV printer again, where I want some part of the print to be a spot gloss or a spot gloss effect. Of course, we use spot colors to say, hey, this red is meant to be a particular red, or this Pantone color is always meant to be this Pantone color. With that, let's talk about Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully that's going to happen. Cool. Awesome. I can see that you guys can see my screen now. Happy days. On screen here, I've got Adobe Illustrator, and I've got a whole list of spot colors pulled up. I've got everything kind of broken down into my cut contours, my through cuts, my white ink, and my gloss ink. Again, very common actions for us. And you'll notice I have for cut contour, my contour cut, I've got three different actions. Through, I've got three different actions. White, I've got three different actions. And gloss, I've got four different actions. And there's a reason for that. You'll often hear the term cut contour or contour cut or kiss cut. You'll often hear the term through or through cut. You might even hear for white ink, spot 1, or for gloss ink, gloss clear or spot 2. These are all the common ones that I will see all the time. My partners, just so you guys know, most of my partners or my customers will use this first set, cut contour for my cut contour, my contour cut, through for my through cut, white for my white ink, and gloss for my gloss ink. Worth noting, my capitals count, my spelling counts. So how I have everything here is how I have to have it mapped in my RIP software. Okay. Before we go any further, I just want to point out this is Adobe Illustrator 26. This is the most current version. I am working within the Classics Essential workspace, except for I've added one little extra palette, and that's this little palette over here. For anyone who's an experienced user to Adobe Illustrator knows exactly what I'm talking about. For anyone who's just beginning to get to use Adobe Illustrator, these little windows here, these little palettes here, they're really important to me. They're things that I use all the time. I use my Layers tab all the time. I use my Libraries tab all the time. Of course, I use my Color palette all the time, and then my Transparencies to do many different things. So let's go ahead and create a spot color. All right, so I'm just going to I'm going to draw. There's many different ways to do this. I'm just going to go and draw a box. Here we go. Here's my box. And I'm going to open up my color palette or go Window, Color, and that's going to open up this guy here. And typically I'll see something like this. I'll see a mix, or I can make whatever color it is that I want to make. All right. So once I've decided on a color, I'm going to click on the hamburger menu in the top right hand corner of the color palette and go down to Create New Swatch. A ton of information on this window, but the first thing you should tackle is this color type. Change it to spot color. So the action straight away, you know you're going to save it as a spot color. The mode, CMYK or RGB, whatever your preference is, go ahead, use that preference. You'll see my mix down here that I've already made. And then down here, for your first time, this will most likely be deselected, add to library. I'm going to go ahead and select it. I have a custom library made, I'll explain that in a minute, specifically for my spot colors that I use for printing. I highly recommend using your libraries. I use them all the time. A big pro of a library, I can share it with my team, or I can share it with other designers supplying me with work that's supposed to be print with a white ink or cut with a Graphtec cutter or a HP cutter. Okay. The next thing is I'm going to make my spot color. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to go ahead and call this Cut Contour 3 spot color. I'm going to go ahead and make sure the mix is what I want to see on screen. Just remember that in this case, the color does not matter, because when the rip sees this, I'm going to have it map over to my cutter. Okay, hit OK. Now, you're going to notice that my library automatically switched over. But in case that didn't happen, go ahead and click on Window and go down to Libraries, or in your little hot palette here, click on this guy here. You'll notice that I have Cut Contour 3 in here already. It added it automatically for me. If that doesn't happen, it's real simple. You can go ahead and select it and click on this plus button, and you can go ahead and add the color. Another thing that you'll note, that my library is broken up into groups. It's very simple to create groups. You just click on your hamburger menu here and go create group, or you go down here and add your group. Sorry, down here to add your group, my bad. And you'll see it right there. Very, very simple, very, very easy. Another place that my spot colors get saved is in my swatches. So up here is my swatches. In case that doesn't show up for you guys, you can just go Window all the way down here to swatches, and that palette will open up. You'll notice that all of my spot colors are shown here, but I went ahead and made these groups. Again, new swatch group, go ahead and create the swatch group. If I hover over the group, it'll highlight the name, Cut Group 2. I've got special inks, and then I've got cut colors. That's it. That's very simple. Now, if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, congratulations. You sat through some amazing stuff. Go team. The next video I would recommend is picking the rip that you guys are using. And we're going to go ahead and show you, 1, how to map the color, and then 2, how to identify the color.